Scroot's penchant for noticing anomalies of fate is impressive. But this might not be Torvasod and the Glyphic. Up that path to the left. I think that's where the anomaly is.
You have an intelligent look about you. Moment of your time.
No matter what we encounter, remember you literally have a Telvanni Magister in your pocket. I sense something amiss. Use my ghost sight. This bridge wasn't here a moment ago. I suggest we cross it. Look! Show me.
It doesn't matter.
Reality. You must all forget.
And there it is. Another piece of my memory restored. We should... The Prince of Fate thinks himself so perfect. But for all his power, he couldn't eliminate the memory he so desperately sought to hide. Not from my dreams, not from his own mind. And now, I remember most of it. Only one secret remains to uncover. Why would you? You are merely mortal. But I have wandered the plains of oblivion for eons, an outcast with no clan. I believed I was formed that way, a forgotten scrap of creation, until the dream began to haunt me, a fragment of an ancient memory. No, the dream that will end it, that will finally restore all that was lost. Emmaus Mora caused all this with his greed and selfishness. He made us all forget. He made me forget. There was another Daedric prince. My prince. A prince that saved me and preserved just enough of my memory so that I could one day save them in return. A prince whose jealous and craven siblings cast down and wiped from the annals of history. No Prince of Oblivion can truly be destroyed. The final glyphic contains that secret. How to find them and restore them to their rightful place. And then, Mora will answer for his crimes. See for yourself. I leave you.
It doesn't matter what you foresee. You can't do this to another prince. Or to the rest of us, for that matter.
You have seen the damage Prince Athelia has already done to the fabric of fate. If left unchecked, reality will unravel.
All of us must agree, Mora. And I definitely do not. Memories are sacrosanct. As are the domains of the princes.
You can't punish someone for something they might possibly do.
I must. The risk is too great. I am truly sorry. But there is no alternative. For the sake of reality, you must all forget. What was forgotten has been remembered. We must speak. Too late. Too late. The door sealed long ago is opened. Just a crack. But the damage is done. That which was forgotten is now remembered. The memories released from the two glyphics are accurate and true. Athelia, the Prince of Paths, the mistress of the untraveled road, the unseen. Her ability to alter fate, to shape destiny to her liking, was a threat to all reality. Yet still, what mortal could? The Fate Changer is an arbiter of chaos, who can unravel the strands of fate and rearrange them to suit her every whim. Her very existence endangers everything. I saw no other way to preserve reality than to do what I gathered my fellow princes and revealed the danger I foresaw. Most agreed to aid me, some refused. In the end, it did not matter. I erased Athelia from history. But I could not erase my own memories. Those I sealed in the 3 primordial glyphics. Torvasar. Something I did not foresee. An agent of Athelia, hidden for all these eons. Her contingency plan. Her revenge. At least the final glyphic is secure. Until it is found and opened, reality remains safe.
May I have a word? Magister Goreth referred to you as the mouth of the mouthless. I suppose that fits. Look, I've never been very good at this, but I wanted to thank you. In life, I was a secluded old wizard who cared nothing for anything but magic and my own studies. Nonsense. My enormous intellect certainly came in handy, but your fate's chosen. You would have found a way, with or without me. But I'm glad you rescued me from Shalreni, that you took me on this adventure. If I never escaped this soul gem... Maybe. I'm in no rush. Adventuring is a new experience for me. I'm content to follow along for now. I'm going to rest for a while. Remember, as long as you have my gem, if you...
Hello, mortal. The Great Eye told me what happened. Even though things didn't go exactly the way we hoped, we're all still here. That means reality is stable. For now. I'm as surprised as you, but existence is resilient. At least, for another day. Laramil and I spoke with a few of the ciphers, and we're all in agreement. We want to add your story to the Chronicle of Apocrypha. Only the most momentous events make it into that sacred volume. I also wanted to say... you expanded my outlook. I always saw fate as black and white, set in stone, unchangeable. But now I see that not every aberration is a disaster. Not every surprise a mistake. Thanks for that. Now, let's inscribe you in the Chronicle. Then Curate Gadain wants to see you. Let it be known that the name of Fate's Chosen shall be entered into the Chronicle of Apocrypha, to be remembered forever for actions accomplished in service to Fate. And Fate's Chosen confounded the forces of Vermina and Periite, saving Nirn and Apocrypha. Let this record describe it in flowery, yet justified praise. All hail Fate's Chosen!
The time has come for me to return to Necrom and complete my mission for the Abbey. When I present the Fulcrum Obscura to the Abbot, I'd like you to be at my side. Our side. Laramil wants to come too. Isn't that nice? That's good. That's very good. I appreciate it. Besides, I want to let the Abbot know what you did. You preserved Nirn, as well as Apocrypha, through your actions. By the way, did you find Torvasad? Laramil has been dying to know what happened. All right. Not imminent is better than imminent. If the Prince of Fate needs you, he can find you on Nirn as easily as here in Apocrypha. I'm sure there's more to it, but that's your business. I must consider the best parts of the necropolis to show to Laramil. She wants to see everything. We'll meet you in Necrom, friend. At the necropolis. Yes, she's being quite insistent on... Wait a moment, are you having a jest with me? Laramil is a special person, as I'm sure you already know. We're just friends, I think. I don't know what I'm saying. We'll meet you back in Necrom.
Now that the immediate danger has passed, I would like that tour of your catacombs now.
You would? We'll meet you in Necrom, friend.
Have you heard? Necrom Abbey will soon reopen.
Truly? That's good to hear. The necropolis is the heart of the city.
Have you heard? Necrom Abbey will soon reopen.
Truly? That's good to hear. The necropolis is the heart of the city.
Curate Gadain asked me to watch for you. He's waiting for you through the door to the east.
Well done, Curate. With the sacred relic returned, I feel it's safe to once again open the necropolis. Now, why don't you say a few words about your adventures?
Say a few words? Me? The abbot insisted on the immediate return of the relic, friend. Sorry you missed that part of the ceremony. But now he wants me to give a speech? I'd rather go back to Apocrypha with you and face a horde of corrupted lurkers. Right, what's in my heart? Helpful to the end, that's you. Well, I might as well get this over with. Oh, while I pull my thoughts together, Laramil wants to talk to you.
Since we seem to have a moment, tell me what occurred at the prismatic Irish. I see. Are you at liberty to tell me what the glyphic contained? A forgotten Daedric prince. Only the one who knows could keep such a fat secret for so long. Is there anything else I should know? Then I am sure Hermaeus Mora shall call upon us again when the time is right. You are still Fate's chosen, and I am your guide. But reality seems to be holding together for now. I think we have time to rest, to reflect, and to listen to Gadain. If there was an imminent danger, Hermaeus Mora would summon us. For now, bask in your victories, Proxy. You faced down Daedric princes and saved Apocrypha and Nirn. Take this. Thanks from the one. Go on with your life, Proxy. When Hermaeus Mora needs us to resume the chase, I shall send word. Until then, I believe I shall remain here in Necrom for a time. Restore the bindery. Explore the necropolis. Get to know Curate Gadain a little better. Grow up, Proxy. I am well over a century old. Young for an Altmer, but not without my share of romantic experiences. I find the curate to be intriguing. I wish to take the time we have to get to know him better, to see where things may lead. Yes, but he no longer has the resources of Vermina and Periite at his command. He used them, and they shall not soon forget that. So even with his many abilities, he will need time to plan before he can attempt another assault on Apocrypha. I expect so, as does the one who knows. Which is why you are still bound by his contract, and I am still on call to aid you. But that is tomorrow's concern. I shall send word when the threads of fate that bind us once again say what is in your heart, Gadain.
Right. Thanks, Laramil. The abbot asked me to tell you about my adventures. How I recovered the sacred relic and saved the necropolis. But the truth is, I couldn't have done any of it without Fate's champion. Someone I'm proud to call my friend. Thanks to them, we saved the relic. We saved Nirn. We saved all of reality. All hail Fate's champion. All hail my friend.
Well said, Gadain.
Thanks, Laramil. I couldn't have done any of this without you, too.
Gadain.
Surprised?
I don't know how you go back to your everyday life after something like this. I'd say I'm glad it's over, but I can't imagine these Daedric princes are done with you yet.
You, over here.
Only though.
This place is nice, but it's not a home. Feels like I'm hiding down here. People like us, we need powerful friends. Don't play coy. I see it in your eyes. You've killed people. Or you will. You've got the same urges as I do. Just between us, I hear the dark... This place is nice. Don't play... You never heard of Word of advice. Don't take my will. No need to be all... That's one of the best things about... Quite a few, actually. Fellowship, safety. I don't want you to. Don't take my willing. Hey, I don't know exactly. I'm not one to. Oh, I got that. You really don't know anything about the.
Are you here about the job? You mean... I've never had a part. Well, I paid for it. Let's talk about detail.
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you.
Did you come here for crafting certification? Anything I can... Come!
That's intriguing. I wonder if it's a clue.
I should make a note of that.
Take your time and mend it properly. Might save my life someday.
I could use a break.
Don't attract attention. Don't attract attention. Just be subtle.
Let's take a trip off the main roads.
ready to ride.
Good to get stocked up.
They're not like the towers back home. But they're beautiful in their own way.
You could brew something nice with that.
Good. Nobody's noticed us so far. The key is in that chest. It's a spare for when the researchers misplace theirs. Got it? Let's speak for a moment. All right! We have the key. This is going better than I thought it would. And it's strange. Everything looks so different in here without the wards. It all feels so... Nathan's protective wards. You know, Sathiel's magic barriers that kept Nathan's half of the tower in isolation. I couldn't cross them at all. They certainly made tidying up a bit of a trial. I mentioned the wards before. Sorry. I guess I've been here so long it's become normal to me. Sathiel said the outside world would kill Nathan, and she was working on a cure. But as far as I know, she and her husband were trying to cure the Nahatan flu. He died years ago, when Nathan was just a baby, from the disease they were trying to cure. Sathiel must be sheltering Nathan for fear of losing him, too. She's doing it out of love. That I can understand. But that doesn't make it right. We'll take the portal pad to the cellar. Then the key will get us into the labs. From there, it's just making our way through the caverns to the isolation tower. As long as we don't cross Sathiel, the others will be too busy to stop us. Good question. I've never known her to be particularly combative, but if Nathan's wards were any indication, she does wield very powerful magic. Which she may use to... Nathan's well-being is a family affair, and the researchers are far more focused on their work. They're tasked with observing their subjects for the slightest changes, so they won't keep their eyes on us for long, anyway. Test subjects for her experiments. Animals, as far as I know. Some of the experiments are rather grisly. I kept away from the lab for that exact reason. I've heard some of these Telvanni use slaves for such things, but Cethiel's not like that. No, and that's exactly what worries me. She's tested no cures on him because there's nothing to cure. He's not sick. She just wants control. Poor Nathan. His mother loves him, but it's almost like she's the one with the sickness. I don't think I've ever seen it this empty down here. Where is everyone? Wait. What are these subjects doing out of containment?
Let's knock some heads.
Easy.
Why are they like this? What has Cethiel done to them?
Let's knock some heads. You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
Look around. Maybe there's something here that explains what happened. What's that? It looks like a letter. What did you find? Anything that explains what's happened? Let me see. No, I'd never write such a thing. Did Cecile write this? Does she really think this sounds like me? What did the research notes say? Spores? The researchers spoke of those. Little seeds on the air, invisible to the eye like flu or fever. I think that's how molds and mushrooms make more of themselves. Delman's spore sample. Delman. It sounds familiar. I just can't place where I've heard it before. She mentions these toxic spores interfering with wards. Does that mean Nathan's wards? If these spores reach the...
Nosy. What do you...
Got here as quick as I could.
No. The observation outpost. What happened? Where is everyone?
You should have run. Over so soon.
Tunche? Thank the 8 you're all right.
stranger. You shouldn't be here. Spores nearly killed me. Barely exposed. Natural immunity. I will live. Heard shouting. Mistress Dreloth. She coaxed him back to isolation. Delman, too strong. Delman, Mistress Dreloth's greatest experiment. The cure,
I'm glad Tunche is all right, but he's just given us more questions than answers. I know he's one of her most trusted assistants, but if this Delman is one of Sathiel's experiments, how does Tunche not blame her for what happened here? I know, but... fetch it all! I just wish I could remember where I've heard it before. No, that's just the trouble. If Nathan had said or written it, I'd probably remember it exactly. Delman... it's on the tip of my tongue. Where did Tunche say Sathiel took the subject? That must mean the isolation tower, where Nathan is. The researchers too? Gods, what has she done?
You asked for it.
Wait, do you feel that? It's like we're being watched.
I've tolerated this incursion long enough. Whoever you are, you've fallen for Dacia's fanciful tale. And now you're enabling her dangerous obsession with my son. Nathan made his feelings for Dacia perfectly clear in the letter he wrote. Or was that vital piece of information kept from you? So what if I did? They'd both do well to believe it. They can never be together, do you hear me? Never! Leave this place! Forget all that you've seen. Oh, Delman. Where did you hear this name, Delman? Wait. I remember you from old Isra. You stopped Shalreni. You saved us all. But you cannot help here. You will find only monsters ahead. Leave.
Delman was her husband. That's right. I must have heard it from her once, long ago when she first brought me on. He died from the Nahatan flu. The thing she's trying to cure. I've never seen... I don't know. Has she gone mad? Was she always this way? If so, she's been hiding it, and I can't blame her. If she were carted off to Gorn, she'd be parted from Nathan. If you mean to heed Sathiel's words and leave, then I'll have to go on alone.
Much better.
Your spells don't hold right up. Watch it.
You cannot fight the danger that lies ahead. This is your last chance. Turn back, or you may never leave this tower again.
Dacia, stay back! I tried to escape, but she was right. My mother was right about everything. Stay back from the ward. Mother says it's already in a weakened state due to the strength of my affliction. I don't recognize you, stranger. What are you doing with Dacia? Rescue? Then she really does love me? There was this note, you see. I was certain it was fake, but then I saw you and, well, my father, yes. The affliction my mother gave me. She named it after him. I didn't know until I tried escaping. The wards were never for my protection. They kept others safe from me. If I had left with Dacia when we planned, she'd be dead. A living cure. A symbiote that protects its host with toxic spores. I would not be alive without it, and it would not thrive without me. All these years, she really has been trying to cure me so I might live a normal life. Why did I—
So now you know the truth. I'd kept this secret from Nathan his whole life. That he might not grow up knowing he was a monster of my own making. That he might keep his will to live while I sought a cure. After all, Delman and I were trying to save the world. A promising fungal spore sample was on its way from Black Marsh when Delman caught the very thing we were trying to cure. And I lost him. I had to know if the spores would have saved him. And now I know. Nathan came from me. I am enough of him that the fungal symbiote does not register me as a separate entity, and therefore not a threat to its host. That is when I named it. Delman Mycota. The cure, like love. That would be with us all. The truth is a poor cure for love. I did not want Dacia to share my fate of being shackled to Tel Dreloff by her own heartstrings. So I tried to drive her away. But since hers is a love that clearly cannot be cured, I have devised a choice for her. If Dacia is willing, I can safely inoculate her with the same spores I used on Nathan. She will share his affliction and his confinement. But they will be together, and she will want for nothing, except perhaps her freedom. Then she can make herself useful and help me find a cure. I'll hire her on again. I need someone dependable to procure rare ingredients to keep testing possible cures for Delman Mycota. Perhaps someday she can be one of my researchers. I've been studying Delman Mycota for over 20 years. If anyone can find a cure, it's me. I'm not about to abandon my life's most important work. There has to be something that can eradicate the fungus once it's disposed of the Nahatan flu. What does it matter if she and Nathan are able to live out their days together? I'd only prioritize curing her. But I am a researcher. I am not above recognizing the benefit of additional subjects with which to compare results. My researchers signed on with me because of my area of study. They knew the dangers of Delman Mycota as well as its potential. All that space in the labs was necessary for safe experimentation. I regret their loss, but they knew the risks. Or, if I had time to think of a more believable lie to tell the both of them. I knew they had been meeting for quite some time. When I overheard their plans to run away together, I had to act quickly, or else risk Dacia's certain death. Of course I did. I was glad for it at first. Dacia brought Nathan happiness. If only they could have remained content being in love, with the wards up between them. It was only when they doubted me that things got dangerous. And now, here we are. I suppose my research notes wouldn't give you the whole picture, would they? Toonshay, one of my most devoted researchers, discovered it in a pool of brackish water deep within Black Marsh. Its capture and transport was quite the undertaking. When bonded inside the lungs of its host, Delman Mycota passively produces spores toxic to almost all non-fungal life, as you saw in the caverns. It seems to eradicate anything that might threaten the life of its host, including the Nahatan flu. It is sensitive to smoke, a herald of fire, which causes it to release reproducing spores in anticipation of finding a new host. These are the spores we would use to inoculate Dacia, if that is what she chooses. Correct. Somehow, Delman Mycota recognizes itself, and of course doesn't see itself as a threat. Argonians like Toonshay are a different case, but only barely. Their natural resistance to toxins very nearly meets its match with Delman.
Dacia?
Nathan and I could finally be together. But the way to do so means becoming his mother's experiment. But I'd be safe, provided for. I'd get to dance and sing every day with the one I love. Some would kill for such... Leaving for good is no option for me. My heart is Nathan's and his is mine. If I don't give up my freedom, I can help Sethiel find a cure. I'd get to see the world like I always wanted, but I'd be in her service. Life offers no guarantee of love either, but I found that, didn't I? I don't see it as giving up my freedom. I see it as a choice of how I get to show my love. But my heart is split. If you were in my place, which would...
I don't want to be alone again. I want nothing more than for Dacia to stay with me. If we can't walk the world together, at least we'd never have to be apart. But I love her. Deeply, truly, I do, which is why...
Don't look at me like that. I tried to get her to leave, didn't I?
After I lost everything, and leaving for good is no option for me. Life offers no guarantee of love either. But I found that, didn't I? I made it this far. I can work and wander a bit longer to have Nathan by my side for good someday. Sethiel and I are going to find that cure. Thank you for helping me.
Dacia, I love you. I'm glad you're going to see the world.
Nathan, until you can see it with me, my road will always lead back to Tel Dreloth.
Let's get out there. What can I do? Let's get out there. Let's move. Let's knock some heads.
Well, that was a waste of time.
Who's better than us? Nobody.
Tells how to cure the sniffles.
Another one. Confounded thing.
You have an intelligent look about you. A moment ago.
You're supposed...
You'll never get these eggs. Light it up! Sodry, you double boss! Kill them!
Aid me! Lord!
Why would you do that?
Time to go!
Set it ablaze!
Not done yet. Cowards, a lot of you. This mine belongs to House Selos. You are intruders and will be disciplined as such. We'll have this place cleaned out in no time. Oh, this is good stuff. Old Selos will drink it up. So you believe want me? Come and get me!
What are we up to today? Got to hang on.
Ha! Second wind.
So, did you find... That's the deed, all right. I didn't... Kwama egg.
good eye. Another one. Confounded thing.
You have an intelligent look about you. A moment of your time?
Have you found any ciphers or strange grimoires in your travels, stranger? There are tomes missing from our collection and several ciphers as well. If you come across them in your travels, bring them back. I would be grateful. Talaxalt is dead. That is unfortunate. She was a promising cipher. I looked forward to many profitable discourses with her, but Apocrypha holds many dangers for mortals. What kind of situation could she have gotten herself into? Why, this is the first volume of the Numinous Grimoire. It's one of the tomes that went missing from our collection. A dangerous book of forbidden knowledge. It destroys the mind of any mortal who reads it. I'd better take that. This is troubling. Talaxalt should have known better than to meddle with the Numinous Grimoire. I must look into this. Thank you for bringing back this book, and the news of Cipher to... A strange tale. Why would this mysterious A kill a cipher who did as they asked? What's behind the promise to read the book together? Well, if you find any other dead ciphers or missing books in your travels, come tell me. That is unclear. No mortal has read a volume of the Numinous Grimoire and survived with their mind intact. We think it deals with transformations, immortality, or so the Daedra familiar with the book tell us. They could be lying. Because ciphers are dead. The note you found makes it clear someone used my colleagues to get their hands on the grimoire. Then this instigator repaid a cipher's help with death. None of us are safe until this mystery is solved. That makes two of us. There must be a connection between these ciphers. Something they have in common, but I do not know what it is. Which missing cipher do you want to know about? Talaxalt? An Argonian scholar who didn't always fit in here. A free spirit of sorts. She valued knowledge in many forms. Songs, art, handicrafts. Talaxalt rarely bothered with books. When she wanted to know something, she sought instruction. It might have. Talaxalt sometimes made strange bargains with those she wanted to learn from. Dealt with entities few other ciphers know. Knowledge has a price, especially in Apocrypha. What else can I tell you? It might. I can think of a few entities who might use that monogram. Some mortal, some Daedra. I need to make some inquiries. Discreetly. If I ask the wrong question of the wrong person, I might put myself at risk. We are scholars, scribes, seekers of knowledge, mortals drawn to Apocrypha from all corners of Tamriel. Here we help tend Hermaeus Mora's infinite library. In return, the Great Eye grants us access to its contents. Hardly. Most mortals visit Apocrypha in solitude, seeking answers to questions important to them. But some of us come to realize that no ambition in the mortal world compares to what surrounds us here. We choose to stay in Cypher's Midden. Apocrypha can be dangerous for mortals. Cypher's Midden serves as a refuge of sorts. Here, those who follow the Cypher philosophy...
They look rickety, but the walkways are stable.
Still can't believe I'm here.
Another one. Confounded thing.
You have an intelligent look about you. A moment of your time?
Yeah.
One goes to the Calamitous Gallery, another to the Logia Infighting, and the last.
Better overstocked than under.
I'm with you.
Mortal, hello? Over here.